हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो आज हम लोग पढ़ने वाले हैं QFI स्कीम। देख लीजिए व्हाट इज़ QFI स्कीम। QFI स्कीम क्या होती है? इन बजट 2011 एंड 12 द गवर्नमेंट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम परमिटेड क्वालिफाइड फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स। QFI स्टैंड्स फॉर क्वालिफाइड फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स who meet the KYC norms to invest directly in Indian mutual funds. In January 2012, the government expanded this scheme to allow qualified foreign investors to directly invest in Indian equity markets, taking the scheme forward as announced in Budget 2012 to 13. Qualified foreign investors have also been permitted to invest in corporate debt securities and mutual fund debt securities schemes, subject to a total overall ceiling of $1 billion US. In May 2012, qualified foreign investors were allowed to open individual non-interest bearing rupee bank accounts with authorized dealer banks in India for receiving funds and making payments for transactions in securities they are eligible to invest in. In June 2012, the definition of qualified foreign investors was expanded to include residents of the member countries of Gulf Cooperation Council and European Commission, as the GCC and EC are member of Financial Action Task Force. The speedier moves in the area of promoting higher foreign investment in India should be seen in the light of two broad perspectives. Number one, India's rising current account deficit, which crossed an all-time high of 6.7% by March 2013, which is creating heavy drain of foreign exchange. The objective of attracting more foreign investors while the Western economies are under the spell of recession, cashing in opportunity. Now, let's talk about the registered foreign portfolio investors. In March 2014, the RBI simplified foreign portfolio investors norms by putting in place an easier registration process and operating framework within an aim to attract inflows. From now onward, the portfolio investor registered in accordance with the SEBI guidelines shall be called registered foreign portfolio investors. The existing portfolio investors class, namely foreign investment and qualified foreign investors, institution investment, registered with SEBI shall be summed under it, and the new guidelines for RFPIs are as given below. They may purchase and sell shares and convertible debentures of Indian companies through a registered broker on recognized stock exchange in India, as well as purchase share and convertible debentures which are offered to public in terms of relevant SEBI guidelines. Second, such investors can acquire shares or convertible debentures in any bid for or acquisition of securities in response to an offer for disinvestment of shares made by the central government or any state government. Third, these entities would be eligible to invest in government securities and corporate debt subject to limits specified by the RBI and SEBI from time to time. Such investors would be permitted to trade in all exchange-traded derivatives contracts on the stock exchange, subject to the position limits as specified by the SEBI from time to time. Number 5. The RFPI may offer cash or foreign sovereign security with AAA rating or corporate bonds or domestic government securities as collateral to the recognized stock exchange for their transaction in cash as well as derivative segment of the market. All investments made by the foreign institutional investments or qualified foreign investors in accordance with the regulation prior to registration as the RFPI shall continue to be valid and taken into account for computation of aggregate limits. Let's talk about the participatory notes. A participatory note or PN or P note in the Indian context in essence is a derivative instrument issued in foreign jurisdiction by a SEBI registered foreign institution investment against Indian securities. The Indian security instrument may be equity, debt, derivatives, or even an index. Participatory notes are also known as overseas derivative instruments, equity linked notes, capped return notes, and participatory return notes. The investor in participatory note does not own the underlying Indian security, which is held by the FII who issue the participatory note. Thus, the investors in participatory notes derive the economic benefit of investing in the security without the actually holding it. They benefit from fluctuations in the price of the underlying security since the value of participatory note is linked with value of underlying Indian security. The participatory note holder also does not enjoy any voting rights in relation to the security or shares referenced by the participatory note. Reason for popularity of participatory note. The reason why participatory notes became such a popular route for foreign investors to invest in Indian security market may be understood through the following points. Number one of the primary reasons for the emergence of the PN, an offshore derivative instrument, that is an ODI, overseas direct investment, is the restrictions on foreign investors. For example, a foreign investor intending to make portfolio investment in India was required to seek FII registration, for which he is required to meet certain eligibility criteria. Lack of full capital account convertibility further enhances the entry barriers from the perspective of foreign investors. However, since January 2012, the Indian government has taken a decision to give direct access to such prospective foreign individuals investors who were hitherto banned to invest in equity of Indian companies. Second, the offshore derivative market allows investors to gain exposure to the local shares without incurring the time and cost involved in investing directly. In return, the foreign investors pays the PN issuer a certain basics points of the value of PNs traded by him as cost. For instance, directly investing in Indian securities market as an FII has significant cost and time impli- implications for the foreign investor. Apart from seeking FII registration, he is required to establish a domestic broker relationship, a custodian bank relationship, deal in foreign exchange and bear exchange rate fluctuation risk, pay domestic taxes and or filing tax return, obtain or maintain an investment identity, etc. These investors would rather look for derivatives alternatives to gain a co-effective exposure to the relevant market. Third, besides reducing transaction cost, PN also provide customized tools to manage risk, lower financing cost, and enhance portfolio yields. For instance, PNs can also be designed for longer maturities than are generally available for exchange traded derivatives. PN also offer an important hedging tool to a foreign investor already registered as an FII. For example, an FII may wish to obtain long exposure to a particular Indian security. The FII can hedge the downside exposure to the listed security already purchased by the purchasing a cash settled put option. Although the Indian exchanges offer options contract, these contracts have a maximum life period of 3 months, beyond which the FII shall have to roll over its position, that is purchase a fresh option contract. Alternatively, it can avail a PN which can customize to cater to its hedging requirements. Number 5, potential investor also would like to take direct Indian exposure in future may make initial investment through the PN route so as to get a flavor of future anticipated return. Further, Trading in ODI or PNs gives an opportunity to offshore entity to have a commission-based business model. This route provides ease to subscriber as it bypasses the direct route, which may be recourse heavy for them. And lastly, it was a highly safe and lucrative route to invest unaccounted, even illegal, money into the Indian security market for huge profit during the booming period. Experts even imagined that it may be allowing the black money of India stashed away from India through Hawala kind of illegal channels and deposited in the tax havens of world in Swiss bank kind of foreign investors to get invested back in market. Again, terrorist organization might have also been using this route too. PNs are thus issued to provide access to a set of foreign investors who intend to reduce their overall cost and the time involved in making investment in India. In other words, the attraction of investing the PNs is primarily one of efficiency from infrastructure time perspective, for which they are willing to forgo certain benefit of directly holding the local security, for example, title and voting right, whilst also assuming other risk. And this is done for the today. We will talk about the next thing tomorrow, and till then, thank you so much. Keep watching my videos.